president of Infinite Appeal Modeling Organization. Today, I feel excited because my fashion show is coming up next week. And with that, I feel I'm nervous. This is my first fashion show that I'm putting on. I've done a lot of fashion shows, but this is the one that the whole Atlanta will be looking at me.
I'm an alumni of Georgia State. I graduated last year. Things are going wonderful for me. Of course, I'm on the job hunt.
I love going to Georgia State University for many reasons. I hate it, and I look at the camera and say I hate it because they don't have a fashion. You can't major in fashion. But I love it because of the diversity. I love it because of the experience that I have, the good and the good. I don't think any of the experiences I've had are bad.
I was going to Georgia State, and it was important for me to just be to be one of the girls as opposed to being the girl to look at.
Right.
I was really just trying to blend.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, my experience was completely different. There were some things that I probably would love to have done I didn't do, just because I didn't want to be the tranny in the room.
Okay.
And
For-
that's me, baby.
And I think that's the difference too between she and I. Erica doesn't mind being that girl.
I've been blessed to have the opportunities that a normal college girl has. I go to frat parties. I go to games, different events. I go to homecoming step shows. I put on the fashion shows.
I hosted a forum about the trans experience my senior year.
But you didn't make enough noise to do for everybody to come out and go, oh, she's trouble. She's a
Or
tranny.
walking through campus, I've never had the experience of anybody saying, oh, that's a transsexual.
Right, okay.
Because I kept it cute, laid low. Because my whole point, and then too, a lot of those LGBT forums, only certain people coming to those.
All right.
It's not like I'm in the courtyard with a flag. I'm going. It's a controlled setting in a different environment, and if you come to that, you're gonna be an open-minded person.
Right.
9 times out of 10, if you're gonna come to a forum on the trans experience, you're probably
very open-minded.
You're kind of open-minded, or you at least curious.
I've been confronted by a girl, and she was probably 5'2". I'm 6 feet tall. And, she said she was going to shoot me. She was so sick of me being at school. And she saw me, and I had all this long hair and these nails and these bags. And she just was so tired of seeing me every single day come to school. And, I told her she should transfer.
I was going to the restroom. It was in the policy studies building at our school.
Young.
Andrew Young Policy Studies on the 7th floor. And I remember going into the bathroom, and this girl walks in, and she rolled her eyes at me, I guess because I was glamorous. And she couldn't handle it. So she rolled her eyes at me, went to the bathroom, and then she came back out, and she stared. And I waved, of course, like, hey, girl. And she didn't speak back. So I was like, ooh, that was okay. Well, I guess she was throwing me, quote, unquote, shade. She can have that. Because, then she left and came back in again, went back to the stall. I said, now she's a little creepy. So then she came back out and was gone. So I'm like, ooh, Lord. Less than 2 minutes later, she comes back in the bathroom. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no, I won't stick around, baby.
No, I was already heading. I had already grabbed my purse when I saw the door open. I said, because this is some crazy foolishness here. I grabbed the purse, and I'm on my way out the door, and she goes, you better leave now because the cops are on their way. And I said, oh, whoa. So I sit my purse back down on the counter. What's going on? She said, I don't think you're supposed to be in here. You don't think, or do you know? I mean, I'm confused. She said, well, I think you might be a man. I said, do you think, or do you know? And then she said, I mean, I think I can kind of tell. And I said, so how you going to prove it when the cops get here? I said, what are you going to do to verify my genitalia? I said, this is what I want to know. I had said, and she said, well, no, I mean, but this is a woman, I just don't understand. She said, well, this is a woman's bathroom. I understand why you're here. I said, but question, what did I do to draw attention to myself? I said, what was I doing? She said, you was in here in the mirror. And I said, what was I doing in the mirror? I said, you putting on lip gloss, thinking you cute. That's what I called it.
Right.
I said, she's a little upset because
Here, you are here.
She said, well, do you have a penis? And I said, are you aware that that's sexual harassment and I don't have to take it?
Oh.
And it caught her off guard.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I think mentally she did a shift. She said, what you mean? I said, that's sexual harassment. And I said, even if you could prove what you think you know, I said, you would have a hard time to prove it. I said, because clearly before you was a woman. I said, and so I'm confused as to what make you think that you know something. And she said, then I said, are you aware that I had to, I said, are you aware that I'm the secretary of one of the organizations here on this campus? I said, are you aware that this is against the student code of conduct? Are you aware that this constitutes discrimination? At this point, she says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was like, I just don't understand. Can you help me? I said, it's not my responsibility or my job to educate you. I said, you need to educate yourself. I said, but for future reference, you might not want to ask too many women about what's between their legs in the bathroom. And so she said, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then she began to cry. So here I am starting out in a situation where I'm being attacked verbally and I'm having to console the attacker. So she starts crying, and she was just apologizing profusely, and I'm so sorry, and I'm just, oh my God, I feel so stupid. And she said, truth be told, I tried to call the police, and they told me, what do I want them to do?
I love it.
So she said, I just don't know I'm sorry.
I love it.
And that was the end of that situation. And that's the one only time anybody has ever approached me in the restroom.